What is up, rockers? We have been interviewing players left and right. Majority, what we have been interviewing are very strong players, so this time is going to be very different. RoK is not the strongest player out here. The player is only 40 million with 21 million kills. But why am I interviewing RoK? Let me know in the comment section below if you know the answer. So, as a 40 million player, I want to understand. So, as a 40 million player, I want to understand the mindset that RoK has. Based on what I can see, RoK is not a spender, most likely a free-to-play player. Now, the player do have a very interesting stat, and we're going to be talking about it. Now, as you can see, I ask questions in here, and you know, every single player in here is very valuable to me. What do you love about Rise of Kingdoms? I used to play a lot of PUBG Mobile and similar games. Actually, I still do. But what I like about RoK is the emphasis of strategy for gameplay. Also, when compared to shooting games, RoK is more chill. I also love how I can decorate the city to my liking. That is pretty cool. Now, I don't know about chill because people get freaking crazy sometimes on RoK. But I get what you mean, that in the FPS games, there are more like toxic players out there. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Is there more toxic in RoK or in FPS type of game? What do you fear that could happen in the Rise of Kingdoms? I fear that healing will even be more limited and will require a significant number of heal ups just to even continue enjoying wars. This greatly impacts how the game is played for both free to play and pay to win. I understand, and I think RoK has already tried to mitigate this issue as well. So I think we're kind of past that since we asked this question during the time of the healing update. What is your favorite commander? The player likes Charles Martel. He's good in open field fights. Yes, he is also good for garrison commander. I agree. My favorite is YSG, although I have yet to max him. And I love his 360 AoE, his skill damage, and overall versatility. He is definitely a must-have for low spenders players like me. I agree, but definitely you're on the right track on having Charles Martel, because Martel can definitely do both things, open field fight and play in the garrison. I think, in my opinion, that Charles Martel is the ultimate best legendary commander out there. That is going to be a big value for your buck, more than YSG in my opinion, because if you are playing in very different playing style as a free-to-play or a pay-to-win, Charles Martel serves you a lot of value because you can actually defend with Charles Martel if you are one of those defenders, much better than using YSG on the structure, in my opinion, because nowadays people understand how YSG works and people don't really camp in the flag anymore. Tips for everyone to gain kills. So in my opinion, the best way to gain kills is in KVK. Save up resources until KVK and fight there. Ward kills are true kills with meaning, exactly, not farm kills. Although I kind of disagree. I think farm kills does help because whenever I'm farming and I get hit, it does restrict me with my resources. So it's still a strategy. It's not a bad thing to doing a farm kills, but it shouldn't be encouraged too much that you just only need to do farm kills. From an F2P or low spender point of view, the best way to get kills is by joining rallies and defending flags in KVK, especially when you haven't unlocked T5 yet. Open field fighting with T4 and KVK will only give more kills to the enemy, exactly, especially if you don't have very good tech. Even though you will get dead troops with rallies and flags defense, it's necessary to sacrifice for the kingdom. I agree. You shouldn't be doing a whole lot of field fighting if you have a very horrible technology. It is better to join the rally if you are lower technology player or lower account, right? How much have you spent in RoK? Had 6 months out, low spender, maybe around $400 max, and still 40 million because of hard work and activity. Nice. What gang do you associate with? Archer, infantry, or cavalry? The player said the player is part of infantry gang, super into Japanese culture now, and it's great to have samurais especially in it, although I might consider switching to archer someday. Oh, okay. I think the players just saying this just because we're an archer gang, huh? But that's cool though. What would you improve in RoK? Lag has been an issue for many players. Not everyone can afford high-end phone, tablet, or PC, so it would be nice if Little could find a way to make the game more playable, especially during wars. I think it would be awesome if all players can enjoy micro-managing their marches, especially in KVK, with little or no lag. The chat system can also be better as it is still buggy, although they have made improvements already. I agree. It's definitely going to be very hard because this game really takes a lot of memory on your phone, and how sophisticated this game is compared to other games. I think it's a challenge definitely for Lilith, and I think they are optimizing the game every time, and they're really trying to work their best to provide us the best experience for this game. Question in here: where do you see RoK in the next 5 years? I do hope the RoK continue to introduce new things to keep the game interesting for the next 5 years. Things like better KVK maps, better rewards, and new civilization and new events. New commanders are given already. I see. Yeah, maybe we should get more epics out there so that, some of the free-to-play players, maybe some of the epics that can actually withstand a little bit with the legendary commanders maybe would be nice. So everybody can have the enjoyment of it and put a little bit of a strategy and challenge towards big pay to wins as well. So now I asked, is that what is your favorite food? One of my favorite food is sushi. No surprise because of Japanese, I agree. I also like spicy samyang. I think that's is that Korean? I wonder if he is or she. I don't know if it's a he or she, honestly. Or and what the nationality is. The player is in 1278. Pretty nice person, honestly. I'm super excited to show you what's actually very interesting on this account. Do you have tips for pay to win and free to play? For F2P and low spender, it's better to know what your role it is. You have to play in KVK. It could be filling rallies, defending flags, research assistance, or using support comms in ruins and open field. Very, very awesome in here. I love the message here. In general, you should always try to be helpful to one another. Your role may not be as cool as getting high kill counts or leading the rallies, but your role is still vital for the alliance and the kingdom. You must learn to accept this. Exactly. F2P should also realize that pay-to-win players sacrifice a lot for the kingdom, and you should be nicer to them. F2P should also ask for tips from experienced players, or they could learn more by watching various RoK content creators on YouTube. Like this channel you're watching right now. So, as to lessen your mistake, whether you're early, mid, or late game, honestly, not all free-to-play players don't understand the game, right? So the concept in here is that people always think like, oh, because they are spender, high power, they know a lot. There's a lot of free-to-play players out there that are very, very knowledgeable and much knowledgeable than those high spenders. Some of the spenders out here, they just spend their money just so that they can have big accounts, but they don't really understand how the game works and mechanics works. So it should be going both ways, right? Don't be afraid. If you're a big spender, ask some of the lower spenders that you think that are very knowledgeable into the game and that understand the game properly, and ask them for advice, and they can probably guide you. So not everyone that are very smart into the game have the money to do so to increase their power, and some of them just wants to play casually, but they actually understand the game. So keep that in mind, and definitely watch RoK contents in here. My channel is definitely, I'd recommend it because, well, of course it's my channel, but we make a lot of guides in here. So if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely do so. For pay-to-win players, some should show more appreciation for F2P teammates and recognize their sacrifice. Agree. Some already do this, and they do the right thing by acknowledging them in Alliance and KD Mail. Not all free-to-play players can train huge amount of troops in a short time and replace their dead ones. And please be nicer to F2P. No matter how small their power is, they still play a vital role. I agree, and I've mentioned this many times, right? If you're in a leadership position, you need to reward your free-to-play players, right? These free-to-play players are the heart and soul of your game, and if you lose this F2P, I don't think, the players are gonna want to spend an entire amount of money just to win the game. So reward the free-to-play. Some of them try to, just give out resources. They need to be recognized as well. Resources aren't easy, right? If you're not going to reward people that send out resources, then don't ask for resources, right? And whenever they give you don't reward them, it just doesn't work out that way. If your kingdom does that and doesn't reward you for providing them resources, you should really consider being in that part of the group, because it seems like they don't value resources. Resources are not easy to, to gather. You have to work many days to get it and to accumulate all of that. And you can imagine, as a free-to-play player who supports players with resources, you're saving them so much dollars. So they should reward you with something in the game. And this last statement is for all players in RoK or in RoK. It would be nice to leave out the racist comments in chat. All are equal. Very good. I love it. Now, without further ado, I'm going to show you the account. So with this account, what do you actually notice? Let's take a look in the album first. I was looking into this. I didn't know what these are, what type of game, but that's a cute cat. I don't know what game this is, but looks like Japanese samurai. So definitely the player loves Japan. I feel like she's a girl. I just have that vibe that RoK is a girl. I don't know. But let's take a look into the info in here. What do you see right away? Right? The highest kill is 21 million kills. But 40 million power. And then look at the deads. 784 million deads. Who has this? This is insane. Right? What do you guys think? 784 million deads. That is crazy. My deads right now, if you take a look, is only 7 million. The deads of this player is, let's take a look, 784. Where else can you find that stats? One thing that we can say in here is that the player is a notorious fighter that does not sleep. But let's be real in here. No way that this power, at the level of the player's power, no way that he or she has able to train 784 million troops. Another thing is that there's a game bug that makes this account super interesting. 784 million kills. That's insane. I first messaged the player. I think it was kind of weary because the player was kind of afraid that the account might get in trouble or something. I don't think it will get in trouble. I think it's a system bug from the game. But 784 million deads is crazy. That's a lot of deads. Imagine somebody has this, right? 784 million. That's very interesting in my opinion. So it's really nice to hear out some of the opinions of other players within the game. So I really appreciate RoK in here providing the answers of our Q&A session in here. Not just because your power is low, we're not gonna entertain you guys. So I think it's definitely very interesting to talk about this one. Show this to your alliance mate. Just crop this and just tell them that you have this much amount of deads. This is insane. On our next episode, we're gonna look into a new player in here, Joho, and we're gonna be looking into some of the Q&A and some of the stuff that he has going on in his account as well. Thanks for watching, Rockers. What do you think about 700 million deaths? Can you even handle that? See you later.